Good afternoon. I'm Julie Kay here in the Live Impact studio here with Carlene. It's 12:30. We've got a packed schedule today. Of course, the big story is Border Patrol on its way to Charlotte, on its way to Mecklenburg County. We still are working out the details of timing of that operation, but we've got a lot of experts, we've got a lot of officials that are hoping to offer some insight today. So we've got a really great interview right now. U.S. Representative Ralph Norman is here. Representative Norman, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure. Glad to be with you.
And I know you represent Rock Hill, which is going to obviously be right there impacted by this. So I'm curious, just to start off, what are your initial thoughts and how did you hear about this move?
I heard it through the media, and it's a great day for Mecklenburg County. It's a great day for all the surrounding areas, Rock Hill being close by. Look, the crime situation in Charlotte has reached new levels. I went to the Frederico hearing about a month ago, and it's horrendous what happened to their daughter. That was in Columbia, but the Ukrainian girl that got murdered is a tragedy. Tom Homan is a true patriot. When he comes to places, he's coming to get known criminals, gang members, and to take them off the streets, and he's done a great job of it. How other areas, other cities are fighting this is beyond me.
Now, you mentioned, of course, surrounding areas also being impacted by this, Rock Hill. We are still trying to hammer out the details, of course, of where they're going to be focused. Are you hoping that this kind of bleeds into Rock Hill?
Absolutely. And the great thing about what Tom Homan is doing, his mission is to root out crime and to take the criminals off the streets wherever they are. I could see him going into a remote area. They know how to track criminals. They know where they are. And you won't know where he's going other than he wants the cooperation of the FBI, the Sheriff's Department, the Police Department in Mecklenburg County, which hopefully he will get. So it's a great thing the president's doing. It's a great thing, great day for Mecklenburg County.
I'm curious, too. We just got this confirmation yesterday from Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office, and that statement said that Sheriff McFadden had not received any requests for them to participate, any requests for that other than, cooperation. What are your thoughts on this operation, being separate from local law enforcement?
Well, what they do is, from my understanding, is they know how to corral and how to catch the criminals. Now, there are occasions where they will need to contact the different agencies for backup or for help, or if there's a question, they will reach out. But the great thing they're doing is alerting all the departments within the area that they're here. When they call, I think they will hopefully get support from all the different agencies because, again, they're looking for criminals, looking for gang members who are wreaking havoc all over the country, and Mecklenburg County is one of the areas that they're doing it in.
You mentioned Irina Zarutska's murder on the light rail. Is there any other instance in recent months that stuck out to you as a reason you think that this needs to happen here in Mecklenburg County?
As you talk to people, when you go downtown Charlotte, the homeless situation is unfathomable now. The known, and even is bleeding into Rock Hill because a lot of the homeless from Charlotte are coming to Rock Hill. We have the interstate and we have the pathways and other agencies that want to help out. But I know our Sheriff's Department is actively involved with catching that are using the addresses of the places that they're getting food and shelter, but they're known criminals. And so it's traced back to a lot of the ones here in Rock Hill. But in Charlotte, I'm sure it's the same way. But the feedback I've been getting, it's getting more and more less safe in Charlotte. A lot of people are emptying out over, when the nighttime comes, and they just don't feel safe. So that's what Tom Homan is doing to clean it up, and I think he'll do that.
I know there have been some criticisms of the delay maybe in how this information came out. Of course, it got leaked on Monday, and then the sheriff's office got confirmation yesterday, but still some, murky details about how this operation is going to go down. Do you have any more information that you're able to share, or I'm curious your thoughts on how you think this information process has been?
I think they've been active now since Donald Trump took office, 11 months. they have it down to a T on exactly what to do. I think what's unknown is these things play out on the ground when they're in the field, when they're making the arrest. That's what's the unknown. Some of them are in businesses by all accounts are doing a great business, but they have people working there that have broken the law. That's where I think they need some help. And they are experienced enough now to know how to leak the information where it benefits their ultimate goal, which is to get the criminals off the street. So it's quiet in one way, but then in another way it's not, because they know exactly where they're going. They know exactly who they're going to catch, and they know exactly how they're going to do it.
So it sounds like they're very, very focused on known criminals, as you've said. Is there any other things you think they're going to focus on while they're here? Any other things that you think that they should be targeting?
No, I think in a lot of cases when they put a dragnet on a area, people that are here illegally that hadn't committed crimes could get caught up in that. And it's just a fact that it's we have an immigration problem thanks to Joe Biden, that to the tune of 20 million people from every country with every background that unfortunately is turned to the criminal side, and that's what he's after first and foremost. It could be some though that are that live around them, that are involved with the work, that are just here illegally, that hadn't committed a crime, and that's where you hear some, I guess, uproar from different people. But bottom line, he's making the city safer. He's making the county safer, and he's doing a great job doing it.
And you've been very complimentary of Border Patrol specifically. This is going to be a really interesting operation to watch, as it's the first time Border Patrol is kind of spearheading this without direct coordination with ICE, as like what's happening in Chicago right now. I'm curious what you think about the decision to have Border Patrol lead this individually.
I think the fact they're having Border Patrol agents doing it, what's unfortunate is I heard a percentage that the assault on our ICE agents and on our undercover agents working with Tom Homan's group, they've been under attack, and the assaults on them have increased 8,000%, which is untold. They're putting their life on the line every time they go in a house and arrest somebody. They don't know what they're going to find. So that's the unfortunate part. But the mission stays the same, whether they try to be thwarted by the different agencies. They're going to keep doing the same thing until we rid the criminals that are in this country illegally and get them out of the country.
All right, U.S. Representative Ralph Norman, anything else you wanted to share that I haven't asked about that you think is important for people to know?
No, I would just say that as they come in, to welcome them, to work with them. Safety is the name now of innocent citizens, as we've seen with the Ukraine girl. She didn't get that opportunity. So just welcome them and work with them, and I think they'll get the job done.
All right, Representative, thank you so much for taking the time. We really, really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be back in 2 minutes with some more coverage of Border Patrol on their way to Charlotte.